sports. Straight ahead, it's an AFC intra-conference contest between the Cleveland Browns and the New York Jets.
Matt Gay set to kick off.
Matt Gay now ready to get this one started. And away we go from East Rutherford. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
19, Tiger, not ready.
Now the first carry for Quinshon Judkins. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
Let's go now.
Working out of the gun, Sanders. Who gets this to Harold Fannin Jr. Complete. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still 3rd down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage. The trusty tight end.
3rd down run from Judkins. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
I love that call on 3rd down because it just gives you options. The best 3rd down teams are teams that do just that. Right? They give you options. You don't let the defense dictate to you. You look at what they're giving you, and you take advantage of them.
Going to the ground again on 1st. Nothing doing here as he only manages the arm.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Ready.
It's Sanders out of the pistol. Escapes the pocket. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
I'll give this quarterback credit. He bought as much time as he could, but eventually, the only option left was to throw it away.
On the set.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
Come on. Set. 60 by 60.
Man in motion here.
Hey, that's your man.
Sanders now on 3rd down. Really fired that one, but they couldn't connect.
So many coaches love 3rd downs and practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game or already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
And this doesn't just reach the end zone. He kicked that one all the way through it for a touchback. Jets getting ready for this 1st and 10.
Drop 50, hot 70, hot.
Play fake, it's Milton. Has his man, it's the Michigan rookie. And this is across midfield and into enemy territory.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Ready, set.
Big play, gets him across midfield, sets him up 1st and 10 from the 40. Out of the gun, it's Milton. That's caught, it's Breece Hall. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
And there's heat. That blitz coming off the snap. That QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and then netted some positive yards.
That one's complete right side. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
At the 20-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
From the red zone now. He's got it along the sideline. And this one's only going to pick up a couple before he heads out of bounds.
That one came with a higher degree of difficulty. He had to balance focusing on the catch while staying in bounds.
They give on second to Hall. Has room into the secondary. And he will take it in. Touchdown, New York. The Jets get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. Breece Hall with the touchdown. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Gay with the point after. And the Jets will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
Ready? Go.
Here's Judkins to begin the drive. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. That was Jermaine Johnson there to make the play.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
They'll go play action for Sanders. Flushed out of the pocket. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picks it off. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Getting out of the pistol here. On the move, headed right. Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. Still at the 30 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
Shotgun snap here to Milton. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48. They get 22 out of that play. And that's good for a Jets 1st down.
Come on. Hey, Cowboy 80.
Throwing now, Milton. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And they've got a little extra distance now to make up here on 2nd down.
Kate, that was so good, really, on 2 levels there defensively. Number one, with an athletic quarterback, you've got to keep him in the pocket. They did. And then more importantly, and in this case, you got to finish him. Job well done.
On the move, past the 40. And he takes it down to the 33. That's the end of one here. 7-0 is our score. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. Time for the 2nd quarter of play. It's Jets football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Keeps on moving into the red zone. Gain 15 there. And it's good for a New York 1st down.
15 more
I'll be honest with you, Kate. As you grow and develop as a quarterback, your arm gets stronger. These comebacks can be one of your favorite throws in your arsenal. Because if you trust yourself and you throw it before that defender breaks, you know there's yards to be had on the perimeter.
And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got first and goal.
Jets, first down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Pass the 60. Ready.
They are throwing it again. And got his man. Touchdown, New York. The Jets pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Matt Gay set to kick off.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard drive.
Nice field position here for the Browns as they start out first and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. Couldn't find a completion on first down.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
Operating from the gun, here's Sanders. Buys time, rolling right. Jets bringing pressure, and they got him. And it's a sack as he heads out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. And that sack may change the next play call as it sends him backwards ahead of third down. Here he goes, third and long. He's going deep this time. And they really went for it on third down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing fourth down. The Browns are lining up to punt.
In punt formation.
He has it at the 13. And he's out of bounds after some great work on that return.
At their own 35-yard line.
Nice field position for the Jets as they come up first and 10. Off the play fake, here's Milton. He's going to push one deep down the right. Brought in inside the 20. He will go. Touchdown, New York. The Jets take a 20-zip lead. Extra point converted by Gay. And the Jets stretch their lead to 21.
Jets 21. Browns nothing. Matt Gay set to
Here's
kick
Gay
off.
now to handle the kickoff. And he's going to field this one in the end zone without a return. So that's going to bring us out to the 35-yard line. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out first and 10. Play action, Sanders. Big strike downfield to Judy. And he's out of bounds, but what a great play there, Brock. He's got him into field goal range. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland first down.
A gain of 42 yards on the play. First
The
down.
throw now is Sanders. That's caught at the 4. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. George Pickens the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Browns get it back to a 14-point game.
Browns 7.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. 2-2 Atwell, now to return it. This makes it up to the 25.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
To throw, Milton. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball. They connect on the deep shot. And he takes it in. Touchdown, New York. The Jets stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. Gay to add the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jets stretch their lead to 21.
Round 7. Matt Gay set to kick off.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Luther Burden now on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Cleveland about ready to go. Here's 1st and 10.
Come on. COVID-19. Ready.
Out of the gun, here's Sanders. Chased out to his right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Kate, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
They send a man in motion. Throwing again here, Sanders. Nothing doing there as the 2nd down pass falls incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Geez, with each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative, this quarterback, stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. 3rd and long. They're going to throw it. And the streak continues. Another one hits the ground. Prime getting it to Jerry Jeudy. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Braden Mann on the punt. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he's going to set him up with a pretty short field here, Brock, after getting a big chunk on that return.
The 46-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 46.
Hawk 70.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now it's 2nd down. They were looking for him again, Brock, and for a moment, we thought he had another catch, but then that contact knocked the football from his hands.
Kind of become a victim of his own early success. Not too different, Kate, than a pass rusher that gets a sack. You know what happens? Got to slide to him, got to chip to him. You get a receiver that gets it going like this, you know more contact and more focus is coming his way.
Going all the way to the end zone here. And he will score. Touchdown, New York. The Jets making this a leper before halftime. Gay to add the extra point.
Gay on for the point after.
Right down the middle. It's good. And the Jets continue piling on to this lead.
Round 7.
The Jets take their first time out. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half.
Matt Gay set to kick off.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Burden now to return it. Things going well so far. And he showed some nice bursts on that run back, didn't he? Getting them all the way out to their own 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear. hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Nice field position here for the Browns as they start out 1st and 10.
Go.
Throwing off the play fake. That's caught. Here's Quinshon Judkins. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield down inside the 45-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Come on, come on. Ready,
On 1st down, here's Sanders. Complete right side. Burton has it. And they bring him down around the 34. So it looks like it'll be 2nd and maybe a yard as we come back, Brock, from our 2-minute warning. Stay with us. More of the NFL on EA Sports coming up. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Mustang 19. Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Huh.
Working out of the gun, Sanders. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready?
From the red zone on 1st. And the defender comes away with it. And the Jets will take over as this gets brought out to the 20-yard line.
Hey, Kate, you know as a quarterback, every decision you make's got a consequence. Some good, some bad. But that one right there, throwing into double coverage, making that decision to force the issue into double coverage in the end zone, that's a consequence that pays dearly.
Timeout taken by New York. That's it, 2nd. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Out of the gun, it's Milton. Short pass brought in. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Here's Milton, 1st and 10. Throw right side, caught by Smith. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Cowboy 80. Dragon 60. Let go.
Looking for a pass on 2nd and short. And again, an interception is dropped. Looked a whole lot like the last play, didn't it, partner? And again, the turnover escapes him. It's going to be 3rd down.
3rd down and 3 yards to go.
70 Ranger. Let's go. Viking 18. Ready.
Play fake. It's Milton. Complete beyond the marker. And he's able to cross midfield before going out. Give him 8 on that one. And that's good for a Jets 1st down.
10 at the 49-yard line.
Tag. Ready.
Shotgun snap here to Milton. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs. Not on the same page with his tight end. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Schlesinger on the coverage.
Check smash. Check smash.
They are throwing it again. Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Bronk. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Looking slant route, complete. And this one's going to move him all the way down to the 25-yard line. Timeout called by the Jets. That's their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
50, 50. Come on, set. Hawk, set, go.
What are they going to throw out of the gun? Pass it down close. Touchdown, New York. The Jets get more points to end a lopsided first half. Gay with the point after. And the Jets grow their lead yet again.
Jets 42. Round 7. Matt Gay set to kick off.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Burden now to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Beginning a new drive here, but just 16 seconds to go before halftime. To the air on first down, Sanders. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there, just 11 seconds remaining.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Here we go, set. 70 Timberwolves.
Back to the air here on second, Sanders. He's going deep. He's got it at the 30. And they're going to have it all the way down to the 25. All right, timeout taken by the offense. 5 seconds left, and they can take some points into the locker room on this final play of the half. So the big play has them well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Sanders going to throw here on first. And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Atwell now to return. He's got a lane up past the 30. And a good effort here as he gets it out past the 35-yard line.
Hey, you go into halftime with a double-digit lead, your number one objective, and they'll all say it in that locker room, it's 0-0 to begin the second half. So you want to come out firing the same way you did in that first half. And that kick returner, he took matters in his own hands.
Gives it down to Hall. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility. Get outside the pocket and find that open man.
18, Pioneer.
Here's Milton. Throw right side, caught by Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it's good for a New York first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. He gets him inside the 40. That's a gain of about 9 yards on the play.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run replacing that first down marker.
They stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. Third down coming up.
Chances of stalling this drive defensively seem bleak, but how about now? Look at those odds changing, Kate. Still not great, but you could feel a little momentum on their side. Maybe they can muster it up and get back-to-back stops.
And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Some tough running from the leader of the offense right there. Didn't have a ton of room, but he made it work well enough to move those chains.
Come on, come on.
From the gun, it's Hall. This is ahead for about 5. Malachi Starks read that nicely. He makes the stop.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get ones of that length.
Touchdown, New York! The Jets grow the lead coming out of halftime. Well, Brock, even with it being possibly the most popular route for teams to go to, sometimes you get it on the slants, you find yourself with a gap to turn it into much more, including what we just saw, 6 points.
All this time on task between you and I together, why do you think it's the most popular route?
Easy for the QB?
Yeah, I mean, short distance, easy for the QB,
Yeah.
and it's also great versus man or zone. There really is not a defense that you can employ out there. When you execute it right and you execute it on time, the big plays, and sometimes like this, touchdowns will follow.
He's brought down just inside the 25.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
60 Vikings, 60. Ready? Viking, 18. Go.
Handoff now to Judkins. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
That's good for a Browns first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On the set.
One play in, and they are already close to midfield.
Get it.
We'll go play action for Sanders. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and now they face second down.
I'm not going to be surprised at all, Kate, if we see more of this. Just trying to find some answer, extend plays, be creative, try different things, because nothing really consistently has gone well for him today.
Here we go. Set. Warriors, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Putting a receiver in motion. Operating from the gun. Here's Sanders. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense that just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Left side, 19. Ready.
3rd and long for him here. Finds him on the crossing route. And somebody finally able to force him out there. So even with that quality gain, it will still wind up being 4th down.
Never eat shredded wheat. North, east, south, and west, right, Kate? And I like on 3rd downs, north and south. You start going east to west and eating that wheat, you could run into problems just like that.
Sanders going to throw on 4th. He's got it, complete to Pickens. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. So 21 yards and the first. What a call to go for it there on 4th.
On the ready.
A gain of 21 yards. And the Browns first down.
79 Broncos. Dragon 60.
Out of the gun, here's Sanders. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with him in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. 2nd and 10.
Come on.
Throwing again here, Sanders. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Through the defense he goes, room to burn. Hits the 20. And the Jets will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's first and goal. Milton now. And he hauls it in. Touchdown, New York. The Jets parlay the interception into points. Gay to add the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Jets continue adding on to that lead.
Browns 10. Matt Gay set to kick off.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Burden now to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Cleveland about ready to go. Here's first and 10.
Let's go.
On the give, here's Judkins. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Ball carrier. He was brought down by Jermaine Johnson. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's the Browns with the ball, but they enter this 4th quarter at a massive deficit. 2nd down now. They need 7.
Here we go. 60 Maverick. 19 Tiger. 19.
Now Sanders. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. But I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there can be more interceptions.
Sanders now on 3rd down. He almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner, as he continues making risky decisions with the football.
Well, that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then you'd like to have some jelly. And that was almost a huge play with an interception.
Escapes the pocket. That one's caught. Judy has it. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. Offense to the line fast.
28 yards. That's good for a Browns first down.
On first down, here's Sanders. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. Jerry Judy, the intended receiver. So it'll be 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Go, 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 go.
Hut, hut.
Working out of the gun, Sanders escapes the big trouble now, and the ball is out. And this is scooped up by the Jets. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
You're using this play to try for a first down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for 3rd down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
A pickup of 17. And that's good for a Jets first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Here's Milton, 1st and 10. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Milton now on 3rd down. toward the end zone, but incomplete. That's going to force them into a fourth down decision.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
He connects downfield. And he will take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Jets continue adding to an insurmountable lead. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His second touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one. More than likely for more games to come.
That one splits the uprights. And the Jets tack on 7 more to their lead.
Matt Gay set to kick off.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Gordon now to return it. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
Roll.
Judkins running between the tackles. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's a Browns 1st down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Browns 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Okay,
1st down from the 42.
Let's go.
Another one for Judkins. Much better job keeping him contained this time. He's going to be marked down right near the line of scrimmage.
Jermaine Johnson. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Move it, my
At the
team.
41-yard line.
Play action, Sanders. He beams one, deep right side. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns making the scoreboard look a touch better. George Pickens the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And the Browns take 7 points off the deficit.
63. Browns 17.
With time ticking away, they prepare for a must-get onside kick. And the Jets are able to recover the kick. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Jets on their way to their 3rd win of the year. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They go right back to home. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
Right side, this is caught by Taylor. We got the football clock, but not the first. That stopped just shy of the marker, 4th down.
It's 4th down.
The lead looks safe, but the Penals staying down. They're going for this.
Come on. Ready?
They're going to try to throw for it. And they get to him on 4th down. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
Well, this play never had a chance between the pressure at home and the coverage downfield. QB's still got to find a way to throw it up and give somebody an opportunity to make a play.
He rolls to his right. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. He got second down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass.
60 boxes, 60 boxes.
With Sanders out of the pistol. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's sack number 4 in the game for him. This one makes it third down.
Just an incredible effort out of him today. And the type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
Defense gunning for a stop here. It's third down.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Here he goes, third and long. Riley Judkins on the drop down. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. They've got to go for it in this spot, Brock. This is fourth down. Desperation time here. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Hey, I get it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. So the